kanang chapters kau narida ke kama narikwistan kumima santina daging kan mama onesi sada ene when basta kai de I first left de sastin me didara ma plazi ista buena amiga tabada la tausi disrabe man kaya sista noch die da quaga die konza klei ka dai cosas slecht viva dere ai dai so questa man de questa estaria ureba de questa estaria ureba de questa estaria ruta de questa edani di ospingo Sam gonna get dorado, yeah. Sam gonna get hubu, yeah. Sam gonna make what ma, yeah. Sam gonna make mugu ma, yeah. You gotta my place, está me. Havada la causa, está me. Sam whip casque.
Moro. It's that time again. It's Monday, the 10th of January. Welcome to the morning mix. It's not the morning Mitch anymore.
The morning Mitch has ended. Not forever, though.
No, not forever. Welcome, guys. Welcome. It is such a pleasure to welcome you guys back. And to also welcome myself back here.
Welcome back.
Mama Gineville. Yeah, broer, ons gaan lekker. We're gonna talk about that for a while this morning. Yeah, but it's quite a pleasure, and it's nice to be back at the office again. Okay, that was a lie. Okay.
It's a lie. Could have taken another week.
Yeah, it's gonna another week nog gevat het. Yeah. But you know what? At the end of the day, it's good to be back. It's good to be back in the office.
We have to tackle 2022 by the horns. None of this 2021 business.
Near
anymore.
Near. Ek hoor sounds. Is there a cell phone that's on?
Oh.
It's probably Mitch. Yeah.
It's weer ek. It's weer ek.
But nevertheless, Kalfi. Yes, hit us with it. Speel die jingle.
Nee.
No, why is the jingle not playing? Why are things? There you go.
Shall we not play it again? Because
okay, let's play it again.
This is Informanté Live, and these are our top stories. In a dramatic turn of events, the Namibian police are investigating the charges of defeating the ends of justice against Alta van Wyk, widow of the late Gerard van Wyk and the main eyewitness in a shooting incident involving British billionaire Harvey Bolter on the 27th of February last year. The charges against Van Wyk might include extortion after a claim of 55 million Namibia dollars from a South African law firm came a day before the appearance of Bolter in the Kamanyap Magistrates Court on charges of murder. Bolter was released on bail of 500,000 Namibia dollars after pleading not guilty on charges of murder, possession of a firearm and ammunition, and obstructing the course of justice. There is an alarming increase in the number of people developing severe COVID-19 outcomes requiring admission to a hospital or resulting in death, while most of these cases are not vaccinated. In the last 24 hours reporting cycle, 19 COVID-19 deaths were recorded from 7 districts, with Oshikuku and Oshakati districts reporting 5 deaths each. None of the deceased were vaccinated. And finally, death certificates issued by the Ministry of Home Affairs no longer record the cause of death, a decision that left some members of the public indignant. Those who are unhappy with the exclusion of the cause of death are mostly the COVID-19 and vaccine skeptics, who suspect that the government is engaging in a cover-up of COVID and vaccine deaths. But the Health Ministry's Executive Director, Ben Nangombe, says there is nothing sinister. The reason why cause of death is not indicated on the death certificates is because it comprises the privacy of the family of the deceased. However, a medical certificate can be issued by a doctor indicating the cause of death, says Nangombe, adding that death certificates are public documents that are shared with family members and friends to apply for compassionate leave, insurance companies and the like. Your Trustco share price today, the 10th of January, is at $1.70 per share. Taking a brief look at the financial indicators, the Namibia dollar is trading against the US dollar at 15 Namibia dollars and 70 cents, against the euro at 17 Namibia dollars and 80 cents, and against the British pound at 21 Namibia dollars and 30 cents. This is Informanté Live, and these were our top stories. You can find more on our website, which is informante.web.na. So there you have it.
Wow.
If you die, no cause of death on the death certificate.
And that's new, huh?
It's look, I can understand in terms of the privacy of the family, and also, maybe, would it be right to put on a death certificate HIV, for instance?
Oh, yeah. No, understandable.
Yeah, I always had a problem with that because now I have to come give in. Probably my aunt died or what, or
right,
and now probably she died of HIV, and now I have to come give it to my HR, and then she looks at that and
sure, But also in terms of the insurance policies, I mean, the insurers would like to know why this person has deceased, because there are death benefits that need to be paid out.
Cause of death,
and maybe there are exclusions on those policies.
Yeah, I remember. I mean, years ago, HIV was an exclusion on certain policies.
Right.
But I think insurance companies, they have changed that. I think over the last couple of years. So because I think HIV is not a death sentence like it used to be.
Yeah, the stigmation.
Yeah, and the stigmation around it.
Sure.
So I think what is important now is that insurance companies, they make sure that, if you do test negative by the inception of your insurance policy, there's no way that they're going to be penalizing you if you do happen to test positive,
in the future,
later. Yeah, I mean, in the future, like you say there. Yeah, so, but yeah, it's,
Wouldn't this be a hit to like insurance companies, like if there is no cause of death there, and they have some exclusions,
right?
And now they don't know, they have nothing to investigate on, and I think it would be a good thing for us. Like even like I think when you're a smoker, your premium is a little bit higher. Because they take you as a high risk. So but this will be a hit for them.
Yeah. Smokers, I know they are being, they're being charged a little bit more.
They even charge Tamaras a lot.
Is it?
Yeah, we are high risk.
Julle doodgou.
So to get an extra premium just because you're Tamara.
We are high risk.
A good morning to all of you out there. Teshon sê never chip net terug ons na jou nie. Is ook alright. Good morning to Masocha Mia. This is a new name. I've never seen this name before.
Masocha Mia.
Yeah. Roviera says
Masocha is new to the morning mix.
No, welcome Masocha. Roviera says, if it says TB, just know go find out about your status.
Oh.
Yeah, but it's not a death sentence. I think the type of medication that you do get these days helps people to live a longer.
Yeah, prolonged life.
Yeah,
Can you get
prolonged.
vaccinated against HIV?
Nee, my bro.
Just asking.
Ek dink nie.
But do you think there is a cure? Never. Because there's been a lot of conspiracy around this. Like they said, there is a cure.
We've been speculating this for many years.
Yeah.
That drug companies the world over,
Big pharma.
they are making, big pharma. They are making a shitload of money
Exactly.
through antiretrovirals, and they wouldn't want to lose that by letting you people live. Yeah.
No, and then when those revenues ultimately start dipping,
Yeah.
then there's a new flu virus.
Oh yes. Yeah.
And then the variants and the different
But-
strains and all that.
Never,
Just to
you can
keep us
actually check
occupied.
it up. There is actually some recordings and stuff of the guy that created AIDS in a lab, and for who he created, and he's saying all that in that recording. And I've actually checked this out when I was grade 10. We've been speculating that
I
there is
know.
a cure ever
Yeah.
since that time. Like, my goodness! And if they really have a cure,
Yeah.
they're not gonna give it to us.
Mm-mm.
We have to first make money out of this.
Maar is alright, ons gaan aan. We at least we can live a long and you can have a little bit of quality of life.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so and that is what is important. Guys, very quickly. No, not very quickly. We as much as this is a Monday, we really want to keep this light-hearted, and I think for all of us who are finally coming back into the fray of working, and ek glo my nie, as excited as I am for starting today, ek het nie lus nie.
Was it difficult getting up this morning?
Het was moeilijk om op te staan vanochtend. But we are here this morning, and you know what? And to all you guys out there, it would be interesting if you guys can share with us what you guys have done over the holidays, and how did you experience everything that you've done? And and what is your current financial situation on the 10th of January 2022?
Yes.
Kalfi, I would like to start off with you just before you leave. What was your holiday like? What were you doing?
My holiday was actually very relaxed here. I stayed in Windhoek. I did travel around the country just to go and do some entertainment. I traveled down to the coast. I was in Swakopmund, but that was here just before Christmas still. And then for Old Year's Eve, I was in my hometown of Tsumeb.
Ek het so gesien.
That was baie lekker.
I believe you were at the Minion Hotel.
As well, yes.
Yeah.
And that was on the 1st of January. And it was just so exciting to see all the old friends, all
Yeah.
the old school friends and the old people, from Tsumeb and all that. Because the thing is, my mom passed away about 8.5 years ago.
Yeah.
And my parents are both buried in Tsumeb. So, but basically,
So the town is,
there are no more Kaufmans
There are no-
after 50, 60 years. Or
After 50, 60 years in
Yeah.
Tsumeb. Yeah.
So it's always nice going there and doing the duty at the cemetery and all
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. So it was great.
There's no way that you're gonna be moving back to Tsumeb one day if you retire.
Well, I always say never, but my family is here in Windhoek. So no, I think for the time being I'll stick it out in Windhoek.
Ja. Natalie Orange, môre, daar gaan ons weer. Ja, ons is hierso. Teshon was asking, what's the name of the new variant? Not Omicron. Festus Katuna Nekaye answered, Delta Cron Brew. Is there such a thing now?
I think that one is from India.
Come on.
There was a new one found at France. They labeled it after the institute IHU.
Wow.
That's a new variant, and it has about 46 mutations already. It has already 46 mutations, and the scientists say the variant is something not to be worried about right now. There was many worry no me.
How many times do we have to get vaccinated?
Ja,
It's for
ek
this
is
one,
nou
for
eers
that
klaar.
one, for this one, for
Ah,
that one,
wacht
for
eers.
that one, for this one.
Ek is nou eers klaar. Ek sal I'm fully vaccinated, but I'll take my booster shot probably in April. Monique sê môre koffie. Ja.
Oh, Monique, hello.
Ja, Monique groet net vir koffie.
That's it.
Mitch.
That's it. She knows
This is how it
what
works.
quality is all about.
Monique, ek sal niks sê nie.
Ja.
Is alright.
Rovera sê so koffie jy's een van die Tsumeb se racist Duitsers. Vertel asseblief. Gee ons 'n bietjie a little bit of background there. You know, I was talking about Tsumeb. And talking about our holidays. First and foremost, I have to say, you know what? I had one of the best holidays ever. I took my mom and my skoonma, and obviously
Oh, yes.
I took the whole family to Etosha, and it was the first time that my mom, at the age of 72, had the opportunity to see a lion and a giraffe and a
Wow.
so
Well done,
That's nice,
Neville.
man.
yeah, that was I must say for a woman wat net by Karatura groot winkels wil bly. Sy wil net because my mom's routine, gentlemen, is sy loop van 'n reis af, dan gaan sy groot winkels toe, dan kom sy terug. Dan loop sy van 'n reis af, she goes to Shoprite Karatura
Right.
to do her big shopping, then she comes back. Her whole life evolves around that area. And for the longest time, I've always been telling my mother, and the only place that she would go to outside of Windhoek would be at our house in Swakopmund.
Ah, okay.
But I would really have to drag her out of her house. Say, Ma, kom Swakop toe. So this time around, after so many years, you know, I was like, you know, let me take her to Etosha. And obviously my mother-in-law also. As mense wat jy het hulle sê ek wil kom. So we really enjoyed that. We've been to a few lodges. And then we, for some strange reason, we ended up at Tsumeb.
Okay.
So we entered Tsumeb on our last day, and we were at because we drove from the north, from Obuthia side, as we came from King Neale. So my kids loved Tsumeb. Wow.
Okay.
Say, Daddy, this is one of the most beautiful towns I've.
Yeah, Tsumeb is actually a
It's
very
a
beautiful town.
beautiful town, I must say.
That's because of all the trees. that
All
are
the
planted.
trees,
Yeah.
all the trees.
It's one of the towns when you enter, you're like, it's already beautiful from like how you enter in there. Like you see the grass everywhere.
Yes.
The welcoming sign is also just
Yeah.
I like Tsumeb, man. I like Tsumeb.
Tsumeb is beautiful. Roviera says, Neville, ek hoor jy het vir mevrou in Etosha gelos omdat jou Zali met haar gebief het. Ja! Ja! Ek staan by my Zali, laat sy cheap.
Yeah, but never. What's about this Koon mense story? Why do women always have a problem with their
Mother-in-law.
mother-in-law? Also, why does that happen?
Ek verstaan nie daai nie. Ek dink in 20 years time between mevrou and my ma, they've really kept a very healthy relationship between the two of them.
Okay.
Trust me, it's not always been smooth sailing.
Yeah.
Sure.
But what I see, what other guys experience between their wives and their mothers,
Yes.
ek ken nie daai drama nie.
Always remember, if you marry the girl, you marry the family.
Is klaar.
And check out the family before you check out
Is
the girl.
klaar.
Never a graad 10-jarige, wat 'n graad 10-jarige, maar 'n graad 10 meisiekind het kan maar 'n probleem met haar skoonma.
'n graad 10 meisiekind.
Nee, man.
Ek hou nie van sy man nie. My skoonmense is
My
skoonmense is slegte mense.
Penda Nali Shiuka says beautiful and clean town. Penda, are you related to that other Vambo? What's his name? Amosa. Yeah. Because I know Amos is also from Tsumeb, I believe. Kennedy Amutenya, morning Nevela and crew, blessed morning and week ahead. Kennedy, yeah, people are making fun publicly of you and me. the fact that our beards are so grey the last 2 years, but we will not go black. Osalni,
No, I'm also going grey.
no?
Yeah.
Grey. To the women out there, do you prefer our grey beard or must we go black? Kaufi? Yeah.
Well, what do women prefer? Men with beards or men without beards?
Wat sal jy sê?
Ek
Mitch.
kan nie, die is nie met... Die sien ek avoid die vraag level. Ek ken nie man.
Huh?
Ek hou nie van baarden nie.
Oh, you just don't like a beard.
Yeah, even me just having beard, like,
you,
I don't like it.
You don't like it.
Yeah.
Like
It
you
makes me look
like you have an option.
Yeah.
Women say kissing men with beards is like eating soup with a fork.
Hallo.
You just cannot get enough.
Hallo.
Okay, kom ons hoor in die comments wat sê die vrouens.
I would like
Monique,
to
wat
hear.
dink jy? Wat dink jy, Monique?
Yeah. So Monique is not the go-to person.
Yeah.
For this nonsense. Festus Katuna Nekai says Tsumeb has jacaranda trees. The beauty is impeccable. I have to agree. I remember I was in matric or grade 12 in 1989, and I went to Tsumeb for the first time. I mean, I was just in awe seeing that level of greenery.
Yes.
And then, yeah, one very exciting trip that we took as we came from the north before we entered Tsumeb, we went to the Oshikoto Lake.
Ah, fantastic.
Was jy al daar gewees, Mitch?
In Oshikoto.
At the Oshikoto.
Oshikoto
no,
Lake.
yeah, I was
Have
there.
you seen the Oshikoto Lake?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oshikoto meer.
Die meer, ja.
Yeah.
I mean the history around the Oshikoto Lake. The fact that Kaufi's forefathers dumped all their German
Weaponry.
Schutztruppe weapons right in there, in the lake, in the Oshikoto Lake, and daar's omtrent 3-4 kanonne wat in daai lake lê.
Yeah, but of those cannons, they've also been taken out and they are in the Tsumeb Museum.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Ah,
They've been fully restored.
interesting.
Daar is altyd hierdie daar was altyd 'n rumor of my pa het my altyd so gesê, like jy kan nie van hierdie kant af staan nie. En miskien ewen as jy kan skiet. Jy kan sê die skoot sal kan maar nie die ander kant oorkom nie.
There at the lake.
Is it
No.
It won't, eh?
No, that's
of
bullshit.
course not.
No, they were, my father used to tell us that every
your-
time. It was like
your
"En as
father
jy
was-
aangaan."
Your father was gaslighting you. Nee, nee.
As a kid, I used to swim in that lake a lot.
I tried swimming there, but I really, because I remember on that school trip that we went to, ek het hier in die water geklim
Yeah.
and I swam up to where you are,
Okay.
but I could feel the strength of the
the
water.
pool.
Yes.
It's really pulling me down, and then I swam back.
Right.
You must be a very strong swimmer to swim there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Het jy
Wow.
nou nie meer geswem?
Yeah.
We used to jump from the pump station.
That's
From that
Wambos
high
daar,
pump
but-
station, jump off there, jump into the.
En dan kom jy ooit.
Yeah.
Laat kom uit.
Jy het wys gehad. Ek me and the sea is not also good friends. Ek sal nie gaan swem nie.
Ai,
Ek kan swem as ek daar kom. I'm a big boy. Ek chill met die big boys.
Yeah, mans.
Ek swem nie.
Yeah, Kaufi, I must tell you, and then obviously after that trip, we came to drop our parents,
Okay.
and then we head to Swakopmund.
Right.
I was challenged by a German friend of mine to do a German traditional thing for the first time in my life. Mitch, they call it the Stiefel.
This.
Yeah.
Did you do it at the Brauhaus?
Yeah, I did the Stiefel. It was not at the Brauhaus,
okay.
but it was at this restaurant. It was a very German restaurant.
Right.
And Stiefel, as an Afrikaans, is stevel,
Yeah, it's a boot.
a boot. Mitch, daai boot is seker so groot. It's a beer boot. It's a glass beer boot. It's a glass in the shape of a boot, maar 'n stevel. And I think they told me Stiefel is about almost 2.5 to 3 liters of beer.
That's it. Yes.
And I'm not a beer drinker, but I needed to because of German
German
culture.
yeah.
I said, let me do this. So I arrived there at this restaurant around 8 o'clock the evening. And they put the stiefel in front of me. Here en ek begin drink hierdie ding. En die manne wat daar is, they telling me they are on their second stiefel. Ek sê, julle is, yeah. So, I think it took me roughly around 3 hours
To finish it.
to finish it. Maar toe gee hulle my I could really feel it was really boiling up. Hy wou uitkom. But then I had an onderbuik.
Yes.
And die onderbuik sort of settled it. But it was quite a good experience. Ek was maar lekker swebe, lekker gatjwala hier.
Jy was getgoro.
Nee, was gatjoro my bro.
Ek kom nie getgoro uit hierdie December.
Yeah, what was it like for you?
That was nice. I was actually just getting into my element of doing the show, of anchoring my own show and so. And I had to make sure every day I'm on point. My voice is cool.
Dankie.
You know, because no, I can't never love me.
Yeah.
The means of my word.
Yeah.
So I didn't really cover this December, but it was cool. For the first time, I actually, in a long time, I went to go have a bride for my parents. Like our family is not like they can answer family ons meet net by funerals
Is it?
and trouwens and good.
So you guys are not very tight.
We are not tight. Everybody has problems with everybody. And as groot mense again, and then it just boils down to the kids.
Yeah, I must say, Mitch, and I have to commend you. I didn't watch the shows because ek slaap laat wanneer ek is op vakansie. But the feedback that I got is that you've done quite the job.
Splendid job.
A splendid job. So I think you know what, on behalf of the rest of the team, I would just like to say, you know what, Mitch, good job.
Thank you so much, man.
And then keep up the good work, man. I think the engagements of the public with your productions has been really positive. So and then that's the reason why we brought you in here, because we know you could bring your own vibe, your own style, your own way of doing things, and you just keep on doing what you're doing.
Yeah. Never, you see, Tangen is also agreeing with me. He says it's a myth. Yes, I heard of it as well. Mitch, apparently all the weapons thrown in there created a magnetic field that will pull down a bullet being fired and will not reach. You see, Neville?
Yes, klar.
And it will not reach the other side. Yeah, people were telling me that. Even my own father even told me that. I was like, really? Who tried that?
Margot Diergaard says, morning Neville and crew, have a lekker Monday, thank you very much. Roviera says, apparently each string of the beard represents every lie. Yo moer. Yeah.
That's why I don't like beards.
Yeah.
I don't know how to lie.
You don't know how to lie.
I don't know. I get heart problems
She's
Neville.
the
I praat net die
most
waarheid.
person on the planet.
Tayshaun says, Mitch, the beard doesn't like you, son. It's okay. Sy dis se mense en baardolie en soos olie en water. Roviera says, Tsumep is beautiful until you see the Germans. Don't beat me, Kalfie. Wat maak die Duitsers in Tsumep?
Die Duitsers, the Germans are all in Swakopmund.
Ja. Gaten Curtis says, Kama, I don't like beard. Ja, ek sê ook so. Gaten Curtis, Tayshaun says, Gaten Curtis Lando, hier kom lieg, hy kan ook nie swem. Syde het nie swembad nie.
Hey, ons het 'n guesthouse wat 'n swembad het. Een guesthouse het 'n swembad. En ons gaan swem daar.
Oh, I see the comment here of Tangeni Tlambanelo about the bullets at Oshikoto Lake. Penda Nali Shiuka says, Mitch was great, thank you. Tayshaun says, klein man kry nog groot kop. Ja.
Tayshaun is teen my.
Is hy teen jou?
Och, jene. As 'n nuwe jaar, Tayshaun, asseblief.
Yeah.
Let's be great.
Yeah, but it's important to have a groot kop in this industry.
Yeah, you must
literally have a groot kop, because it's the only way that you can bring out your best. Dion Shimsizzle says, welcome back, Neville and Kalfie. Thank you so much,
thank
Dion.
you.
Thank you.
Have
We appreciate it.
a fantastic 2022, Dion.
Yeah. Kalfie, ek hoop jy het vir ons 'n bietjie coronavirus statistics that you
I've
can
got
share with
some.
us.
Okay, so obviously, looking at the coronavirus cases, during the festive season, in terms of the coronavirus cases, we did see a spike go up again.
Of
but that
course.
was to be expected. People were traveling, people were tested. The holidays are over, and let and behold, this morning when I looked at the statistics, the basically the peak actually has come down again.
Oh, the peak has come down
The peak has
again.
come down again. However, we still have 8,941 active cases.
Staan ons op 8.
1,900. But remember, the peak was at 13,000. So we've come down from 13,000
Aha.
to 8,900. Yes.
Jo.
New cases as of yesterday was 449, and then 2 days ago, which means it was on Saturday, we had 19 deaths.
Jo.
And remember, the 19 deaths, 10 came out of the Oshakati region, and 10 came, hang on a moment, 5 came out of the Oshikuku region, and 5 came out of the Oshakati district. So, yeah. So we are going to observe these figures, but I trust that as everybody's coming back from holiday, everybody's coming home, that we're going to see these cases coming down, because the president has put the restrictions in place as from the 15th of December to the 15th of January. Now, is the president going to be talking on the 15th of January? I doubt it, because the 15th of January is next Saturday, and I don't think the president will speak on Saturday.
Probably the Friday or the Monday.
Probably the Friday or the Monday. So we'll see.
President
that
is nog
happening
in
during the course
December.
of the week.
Yeah.
He's nog in December spirit.
Nee, he's still. I believe he's in Swakop at the moment. So yeah. Talking about COVID deaths, Galfi, and I was just reading an article here on the front page of one of the dailies about the first person or Namibian who died of COVID
Right.
in Namibia. A year and a half after Namibia reported its first COVID-19 death, the deceased family is still battling to come to terms with it.
Sure.
Elias Utoni was the first person to die of COVID-19 in Namibia.
Wow.
His family is still dealing with the trauma of his burial.
Yeah.
Utoni died on the 8th of July 2020 and was buried in the dunes at Naraval on the 16th of July 2020 near the houses of Extension 7. The news of the first COVID-19 death caused panic amongst the community of Walfish Bay and Namibia. Utoni's sister, Swama Kashava, spoke to the Namibian about the family's experience. I'll just quickly quote her. It was a shock for us because it was a new disease. The authorities visited my family and told us the funeral will be organized by the state and that he could not be transported home to the village or be buried at a normal graveyard. We were also told that only 2 people were allowed to attend. It was a shock since we were not used to that kind of burial, she says. Yeah.
That was heavy, man.
Yeah, if we if we remember that time, it was terrible.
Yes.
I remember there were a few burials that happened in this specific area where your body is basically just being taken from the family. They take it to the desert or this secluded area, and you're just being buried there with 1 or 2 family members there.
Yes.
It must have been
terrible.
very
And you
traumatic.
don't even get a stone like
Yeah.
that says like died when, and when you don't have a place to go visit your loved one, like
Unmarked.
unmarked grave.
Wow.
That was terrible. That was really terrible.
Since Utoni passed away, the total number of deaths in Namibia have been 3,724.
Ons kom nou stadig 4,000 toe.
Yeah, slowly but surely we're going to get to 4,000. When did Utoni pass? What month did you say?
It was in July 2020.
Right, so we'll do a little bit of calculations just to figure out exactly how many people per month.
Yeah, on an average.
On average.
Yeah. Obviously, your June, July, and I see here it was in July that he passed on. But I mean, I experienced what we've also experienced last year in 2021. I think most of our deaths in Namibia occurred occurred last year. It was just
Yeah.
terrible what we went through as a,
Yes.
as
I
a people.
I just want to rectify something. Jürgen Geisep is just asking in terms of the statistics that I gave over the deaths over the last weekend. We had 19 deaths, and Jürgen, I did make a mistake there. There were 5 cases in the Oshakati district and 5 cases in the Oshikuku district. So it makes it 10 in total, not as I said earlier on, because I doubled it up. So it was 10, it wasn't 20. So it was 5 from Oshikuku and 5 from Oshakati.
Can we please get a lady, please?
Yes,
Let's
yes.
balance the presenters.
Yes.
Who is Hookah HR? Tayshaun, you know what, guys, and it's a good question to ask, and maybe just to give you guys an update. We've been, ever since Maria left, it has been a search as to finding the right balance in studio, and you know what, guys, and you know what, since this is your show, you need to also assist us to,
recommend.
recommend. Do a recommendation or two as to who do you think can really, as we say again, not fill the shoes of the previous person, but somebody who can bring her own dynamics to the show to make this show bigger and better.
Yes.
Okay? And that is all that we're trying to do. So the search is
Still
on.
on, yeah.
The dynamics as you see it is obviously not what we want. Because it's always, it's toch nice that a vrou in die studio
Yeah.
is.
It does.
Yeah. So
But for now, we will make it work properly. But we are still looking for somebody. And I know you guys know these presenters and influencers, and you know these journalists and all that. Just recommend 1 or 2, like in the comments. Just let us know.
Tayshaun has already mentioned somebody. He says,
Oh,
let's
Nina.
get Nina Katangana.
oh, Nina
She's amazing, eh?
yeah. She is quite the, and wie die Nina is ook oorig. Daar kom en sê sommer. I heard there was talk about beards. I have this to say. Men without beards are girls.
Mrs. Mitch. Miss Mitch.
I have a beard.
The next-
Look here.
The next show is going to be the Miss Mitch show.
Nina, thank you very much. Kofi,
Yes.
Jürgen Gesep says math is on holiday.
Yes, I know. It's Monday morning. We'll work it out later.
Carol Theron says, good morning, team. Neville, I like the way you sing. Keep on. Wanneer het jy gesing, Neville?
Wanneer het ek gesing?
You can sing?
Come on,
Nee, dit is
Neville,
toch
sing.
een kak story. Oh, I know what. Who's that?
Carol Theron.
Oh, Karen. Yeah, it's a video that somebody posted on social media. But I was just doing a little introduction and somebody else was singing. It was really just some clickbaiting. They just used my name to sort of clickbait.
Asino Rasta says, we were told the same as Mitch about that lake, and apparently it also meets with a certain sea. Meet the lake met the sea.
Come on, how?
Van the yellow chumep of that country.
Come on,
Look,
seriously.
there's a lot of water in that area. They
Yeah.
are, like they've almost found that new cave there, Dragon's Breath. But you've also got the Guinas Lake, which is about 40-50 kilometers away from Oshikoto Lake, and it looks exactly the same as Oshikoto Lake. And there have been some tests to see whether these lakes all interconnect with one another, which I do believe they do. Also with certain underground lakes in the Milidriuk, in the triangle.
Otavi,
But I
Tsume,
don't think it
Grootfontein.
connects with the ocean. I think that's a bit far-fetched.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kofi,
Yes.
thank you so much.
Thank you. Would you like to have the weather or not really?
Oh
Whether we
yeah,
have weather or not.
it's it. That's what. You know what? It's toch day one.
Yeah, it's day one. We don't have to stick to the program. on
Yeah.
day one.
But it would be interesting. You know what? Before you do the weather, because I came back from Swakopmund on Friday,
Okay.
and it was I really had to drag myself out of Swakopmund to come to Windhoek, because the weather was so nice in Swakopmund.
Yes.
And then on the day, I think the day before, I think on the Thursday, I think Windhoek probably had temperatures close to 40 degrees.
Oh man.
En ek stel nie belang nie. Ek wil nie hier toe kom nie.
Yes.
Ja.
So what happened? Did you see the speeding cameras on the way down to Swakopmund?
I saw them, but luckily this time around, since I was traveling with my family,
Yes.
I was not bothered by it in
Okay.
any which way. If I was alone,
It would have been a problem.
it would have been a problem.
Like your friend Kaufi, who was caught between Okahanya and Windhoek.
As jy gekap
Yeah. By accident.
by accident.
But it was now the nice double road.
Yeah.
But then I was behind a car, traveling 120, and then I wanted to go by. Go
So you
past
had to
it.
accelerate.
So I accelerated, and then as we came around the corner, it's like a little bit of a hill. Underneath one of these bridges, I could see at about 200 meters, this very friendly officer came and said,
Ah! People were saying on social media, does Coca-Cola know that these officers charged $200 for a bottle of Coke? And you Coca-Cola never. Coca-Cola.
Yeah, I was very friendly. I said to him, I apologize, I wasn't concentrating, I was going past this other car. And he said, okay, no, you were caught, I think, with 128 or something like
Come
that. it was.
on.
And then he said, sir, have a nice day. Please drive 120 kilometers per hour.
Oh, that's
this is
nice.
a warning.
That's nice,
So
Calvin.
thank you, officer.
That
You're
is
lucky.
nice.
You're lucky.
Yeah.
Us, we have to buy Coke.
Do you always have Coke in the car?
Yeah, you must either have a Coke or $200 in your car.
Is that the big trick?
Yeah, that's
Must
what
the
it,
Coke be cold?
Oh yeah, it must be cold.
Yeah.
Sit toch in 'n cool box asseblief. Yeah.
Yes.
Calvin, I need to ask you something personal. I saw a post of you on social media,
Yes.
I think a day or two ago.
Right.
And I remember years ago you had a terrible motorcycle accident.
Oh, yes.
And it was basically sort of the anniversary of this. Can
Yeah.
you give us a little bit background on what
Well,
happened?
Neville, it was in 1989 on the 7th of January where we were on a motorbike racing track just outside Tsumeb. And I fell there and I broke my neck. And
Wow.
Then, yeah, I was partially,
Paralyzed.
paralyzed, not like this, but like this.
Oh.
So it's what one calls hemiplegia.
Hemiplegia.
Yeah, and so I've still got basically the after effects of this in this arm all the way down my leg on the left hand side. The right hand side I'm strong, but I don't have any feelings. There's no, you can put a needle in there.
What?
that I can-
Excuse me?
yeah.
You can put a needle where?
into the right side of my body. That's
You
why
don't feel anything on
always
your-
when I go
The
for
nerves.
injections or something, I always say put it into this butt over here.
Yes, sir.
this side.
Doesn't
You don't feel anything.
no,
Yeah.
a little bit of loss, but yeah, it's been 33 years.
Yeah. Calvin, can you remember the accident?
Oh yeah, yeah, but I can remember the fall.
Yeah.
But then I woke up 4 days later.
Oh, you can't
And
remember.
I was in Windhoek.
Ne? Wow.
Yeah.
So you were under sedation for some time.
Yes, and then that photo that you saw, that is, they put me into a head traction where they basically they take a pair of pliers and they put screws in the side of your head, and then they take string and they pull your neck with weights
Ne?
so that these vertebrae can loosen up.
Wow.
Then I went for the operation.
It
Wow.
must have
There
been
we go.
really, really, really painful.
Yeah, well, it was an experience. So thankful that I'm still here with you guys.
Yeah. Oh, Calvin.
That's one of my biggest fears, Neville. To know that I'm gonna be in an accident, like to see that car coming.
Yeah.
Like, yo.
Very true.
I always think about it and I can't really comprehend, like, what do you do in that moment? It's a very scary moment for me then.
Very true, Mitch, because I remember when we were driving from Tsumeb, because we decided to lunch in Tsumeb,
Okay.
and we sort of overstayed our little stay in Tsumeb. So we left Tsumeb around 6 in the afternoon only to drive to Windhoek.
Okay.
So we got to Windhoek at around 10 the evening. But what you are talking about now is what we experienced. You know, that road between Otjiwarongo and Okahanya, the fear that goes through your body if you drive that road, whether it's daytime or nighttime.
Even just the vibe driving there, like
The energy is so dark.
Yes.
Just driving on that road.
Yeah.
And I remember my mother was sitting right at the back of me.
Okay.
En my ma is mos 'n groot bekeer auntie.
Yeah.
No, and there's a lot of traffic coming from Okahanya side to Otjiwarongo side, and we are going the other way. En sy sien net hierdie klomp ligte, and I could hear my mother the whole time as I'm driving. Bloed van Jesus. Jesus,
Aye.
Jesus.
And
The
it used to start like that.
whole time. So I was really, you know what? I mean, you just let it be, but it's a, and that feeling, like you say,
Yeah.
just contemplating an accident is really, it's
Oh,
very
man.
taxing on the body.
And I really always think about it whenever I drive. I always, when I drive a long road,
Distance.
a distance, like I always think about that. Like just, what do I do in that moment? What you know it's over.
Yeah.
You know it's over.
Ja. Kalfie, was jy al ooit weer op 'n bike gewees after that?
Yes, I did, but it took a long time.
Nee.
It was like something like 15 years later.
Nee.
But I rode that bike for about 3 months and then I sold it again.
Nee.
It's just not.
Nee, werkie.
Yeah.
Never, like my uncle is a paramedic. So he told me that car accidents, but bike accidents are the most
Horrifying.
horrifying accidents. Like seeing the person after having a bike accident is like, he said, you will say, I'm a paramedic, I know, but seeing that scene,
Yeah.
it's very terrible. He said that's the most horrifying accidents. Like seriously, I would not want to be in that situation.
Yeah.
I remember, now that you talk about it, I remember a few years ago, there was an accident in front of Safari Hotel. I understood that then an Audi A8 overtook a car, not seeing this bike
Okay.
coming down the street. It was late at night. And I remember I was hosting an event at Safari Hotel that evening. And as I exited Safari Hotel, taking a right, obviously tried to get onto the Western Bypass, I saw this bike lying on one side of the road, the guy's body on the other side of the road, and I was like, guys, what is going on here? They said, no, the paramedics is looking for the guy's head.
Wow.
They can't find his head.
Wow.
So that Audi hit that motorbike with such force that it ripped the guy's head off.
Wow.
And they spent a considerable amount of time
Looking for that.
looking for their, probably die mense het gegaan tot daar by Old Wheelers. At Old Wheelers side and on this other side,
Probably
looking for this guy's
The
head.
biker was probably also speed. He was also
The biker was not in the wrong.
yeah, no, but I'm saying he was probably on a high speed also.
Oh, well, that's
for
a
that to happen.
speculation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But I mean,
speculation. Yeah, because he was
Because
not
for
in
your
the
head to go off, just like clean like that, and your body, no.
wrong. But anyway, Bradley Kuvisep says, compliments for the new year, Morning Mix Crew, top fans, less top fans. Yeah, less top fans. May we all have a top year. Thank you very much, Bradley Kuvisep. Rose says, it is you guys that drive with those thoughts that cause accidents. Go on the road with positive thoughts, asseblief. I will change that this year, Ro.
Ek
I will
sal hom
change
change.
it.
Ek moet ook change.
I will
Rare.
change it.
Just remember the Coke.
Yeah,
The Coke. Jy moet die
Net,
Coke.
wat net 10 bottles Coke on.
yeah. We'll take our cokes with us. Yeah, coffee.
Okay, the weather quickly.
Yeah.
Okay, so heavy rain is possible to persist in the extreme northeast for the rest of the next week. In places, please take the necessary precautions. The interior sunny and hot over the southwestern half, elsewhere partly cloudy and warm to hot, with isolated scattered thunder showers in the northeast, but a few to isolated in the east and southeast. A fresh to strong southwesterly wind will persist in the interior. Having a quick look at the maximum temperatures, we are looking at Marienthal with 38.
As weer.
Yeah.
So jy moes nou daar begin.
We had to
Come
start
on,
the
man.
same procedure as last year. Okay, Windhoek with 32, then going over into the north of the country in Ondangwa today, 37 with Oshakati, also 37. Katima Mulilu at 22, then coming down to the central part.
Excuse me,
Yeah.
Katima Mulilo 22.
Yeah, because of the rain.
The rain, yeah.
And then in Achivaranga today, 34, in Riobot 34, going over to the east of the country in Gobabis 33, and all the way down to the south again in Keetmanshoop 33, and in Luderitz it is 27.
Cuba was in Luderitz for the first time in his life.
Yes.
And I spoke to him a few days ago, and he said he had such a good time in Luderitz. Yeah, so for and Jay meneer Mitch, yeah, tell your people from Keetmanshoop, if they go on holiday, there's a beach over there in Luderitz. It's shorter to go that way
Then
Here to
here.
us,
to
Lani.
come to Swakopmund.
But it's just a thing in people.
Why?
Swakop is just a thing for December in people.
Why would people want to go to Swakopmund? You stay in Marienthal or in Keetmans.
Keetmans.
Ons gaan see toe. Dan gaan julle Swakop toe. Ek verstaan nie dit.
Even people from Stamford will
There are people from Luderitz that go to Swakop.
Swakop. Yeah.
Excuse me.
Mense ook net. Hulle gaan na Swakop toe as mos kama Wambu Beach.
Ja, is there waar is die boegters? Waar is die boegters? Please tell us. And if there are people, yeah, I think Bradley, are you not in Keetmans? Is it true that you guys come to Swakopmund instead of going to Luderitz?
I'm honest, man. We go. They
You go to Swakop?
They go to Swakop. We'll drive from there.
But what makes people do that?
It's just the vibe, Neville. It's not the vibe. You moet in Swakop, yes. As they said, December. If you are not in Swakop, you are not a big boy.
Yeah, you're not chilling with the big
You're
boys.
not chilling with the big boys. The big boys are in Swakop. Colin King Malume says, Neville, ek soek ons 'n piek alles dat swaar is.
Oh, okay. Ek sal hom Malume, ek sal hom weer check, maar ek het hy foto gedelete. Ek kry vir Malume daar. I met him in Wolfish Bay. Daar Narraval. Ek weet nie so swart man soos hy. Ek weet nie wat soek hy in Narraval nie. Moet hy nie in Koesepmund wees nie. Regtig waar. Ja.
Madutura. Hy moet in Madutura
Hy moet die Tura wees. But King Malume, oh, what a pleasure to meet you in person, my brother. You know, your videos that you put out there are so inspirational. Very strong messages that you do send, and you can clearly see that there goes a lot of thought in his messages that he sends out to people out there, when it comes to relationships, when it comes to how you deal with parents and family, etc., etc. It's really fun. And King, keep it up this year in 2022, my brother.
He called in on my show, and we were having the topic about, because it was December, it's family time, you know, it was close to like Christmas and so, and we were talking about the divide that parents can have between their kids, because this one works and this one doesn't work. You know, just because you don't work, but you are elder brother, but you don't work, people just don't respect you. And we were talking about that, and he shared his story about how he's an elder brother, but his mom had the anders voorgetrek, and it also boiled down to his kids. Sy kinders was ook mistreat, no. That was altyd the divide.
Why?
It always happens, you know. There is always this guy that cuts or that slaughters the goat, and you know. But he's a big uncle. They wouldn't let him sit with other people on.
Because he's unemployed or what?
He's unemployed.
Wow.
That's just how it is. If you're unemployed, like in our black cultures, you're nobody in your family. You're nobody.
Kofi, if you don't mind,
Sure.
Sure. Just this is a very interesting discussion. You know, it's something else if you are consciously looking for employment, and you can't find employment.
Yes.
That is, I think that is very, very frustrating for everybody out there. And I think there are a lot of people. It's a new year who are probably lying unemployed for a very long time and who's still looking for a job or two. But then you also on the other side have people who refuses to work. I don't want to work. So what must be the level, and then you guys can give me your opinion, and please, everybody out there, please give us your opinions. What's your opinion if somebody just feels like, I don't want to work? Ek sal nie werk nie.
Well, if
Okay, and
that is the
and you're a
person's
guy.
attitude,
Yeah, that's his
then
attitude.
that is his attitude, and you would not be able to change that. And I would say then that person would need to live with
The consequences.
With the consequences.
Yes.
Yeah.
I do feel sorry for individuals that actually want to work, because there's no shame in asking for work.
Yeah.
There's
Thank
no
you.
shame in that.
There's no shame in
And
it.
if you ask constantly, please, can I do some work? May I get some work? But constantly you are unable to get work. Then, to me, that is where I say, even in 2022, the system is not right.
Yeah.
You know, the democratic capitalism, whatever we may have, or that system is also just shows it's not right.
It's not working.
No, it's not working, because the economic times also make it difficult to find work.
Yeah. Ek wil net say there was a time, and I remember I was speaking to Quentin the other day. We were speaking about it the other day, and I said to Quentin, you know what? We remember the days in the late 90s or early 2000s where you could threaten an employer that I'm going to quit my job. Luister, hierdie Trasco nê, ek is klaar met hierdie company. Ek kyk, neek julle verder met my aan nê. I'm going to quit my job.
Dan is die employer, asseblief.
Yeah.
En the employer, asseblief toch, moet ons nie verlaat nie. Don't do this.
Yes.
Today,
It's totally different.
I challenge everybody out there. Wees toch so harregat like we were in the late 90s and early 2000s,
Yes.
when there were plenty of employment out there. Because if you resign today, you could step into another job tomorrow.
Right.
I don't know. It's just not the same anymore.
And it's also this is the problem also. Me and Kaufi were talking about this. I also had a topic about how like your energy, how you shouldn't be around. Like we're talking about the importance of preserving your energy and always, being around people with the same energy as you.
Yeah.
And Kaufi and me talking, he said there are just some people who don't want to be helped. You can get them a job now.
Yes.
And he will work for 3 days, dan drink hy, dan kom hy nie, end of the month, what, and then the person goes back to work, he gets fired, now he doesn't have a job anymore, but now he already has rent, he has kids, now he can't pay the rent, now the person is also with you again and draining your energy, now you help them to get another job again,
Yes.
same story. Another job again, same story, and they just draining you.
And then the attitude of, no, I'm not going to work, I'm beyond work, I'm bigger than having to work, but I'm 34 years old and I still live with my parents.
They will drain you. We were talking about they will drain you. You can try as much as you can. Some people just don't want to work.
Now, Malume, I don't know if I may ask a personal question. So what did he say? What was his take on it? Did this discussion stem from the fact that he's working or not working or unemployed or what?
Yeah.
What's the issue?
Okay, so the topic was, what did a family member ever do to you that you had no choice but to cut them off?
Oh.
Yeah. So he was like, my mom had a preference between our siblings, and because I was not working, I was not respected, and my kids had to suffer the same fate
Yeah.
as me. So, and it really does happen like in us blacks a lot. You can as jy nie werk nie, jy's niks. It's just like that. People, that's where this rich auntie, rich uncle stories comes from, because if you don't work, you are not respected. Your small brother can be working at a bank and he's younger than you. They will add that guy to the family WhatsApp group. You will not be add. If you don't work, they won't add you.
Incredible.
But do you need to carry any level of respect, Kaufi, if you don't want to work and if you're not working in your family? I'm just asking. Kaufi does not want to work.
Right. If
Kaufi's younger brother is providing for Kaufi.
yeah.
And Kaufi's mother, Kaufi's younger brother is the go-to person of the mother.
Mother, yeah.
Of the family.
Yeah.
Why are you taking it personal, Kaufi? Why? You, Kaufi, you're not working. Why are you taking it personal?
Yeah, exactly. That's. Look, if this is where you're coming from, Mitch, saying, look, you've tried to help. This individual is basically just lazing around all day on the couch playing Xbox for all that I care, but it's just not working. Then you can only help a person to the point where that person actually wants to help themselves.
Yeah.
That is the point.
Yeah.
So ostracizing that family member, is that just not a natural process?
Yeah.
Say, "Nee, man, ek gaan vir Pietie nie meer. I'm not going to help Dave anymore because he's just so lazy.
Ek is gatvol.
Doesn't even
Ek is
look for
gatvol,
jobs
yeah.
anymore." However, did you guys hear about a couple of years ago? There was that that one specific social program. It was called Black Men on the Road. It was all these guys that are sitting at the intersections,
Oh,
especially
okay.
over weekends.
Yeah.
Looking for work, and I mean,
Looking for work.
Yeah, and I mean, you
yeah.
can even find these people in front of bookgivers,
Yeah.
painters,
Yes.
masonries,
CTM.
those guys.
Yeah.
You know, these are people out there. They've got a special skill set, looking for work. And then quite
Jacob.
often they don't get that.
Jy kan Kaisip Xbox op wie se krag wat wie gekoop het. Natangwe Pingeshi Congo says compliments for the new year, crew and fans. May this year bring out the best. Roviera says Kaufi, jy cheap nie vandag nie. Ek check Neville Bason se plan.
Maybe I must get dressed like a woman tomorrow and come on the show and show you my feministic side.
Then we are so balanced, bro.
Then we are
We
balanced.
have LGBTQI member here. We are so balanced.
Ja, ons wag net laat Maria op die stream klim. Talk shit about LGBTQ.
Plus, it's the premium
Oh,
version.
it's plus.
Yeah, plus
Premium
the
edition.
Premium version.
Kurwaji. Yeah. To end of this discussion, you know what? It's rather difficult. For me, I think you can only help a person up to a certain point.
Yes.
I think we all have responsibilities, and our responsibilities remain with our children. It becomes very difficult if I have to give you $1,000, but
My
my children, that money was supposed to go to them.
Yes.
So I'm cutting my own family supply short
Because of you.
because of you.
Yes.
And then you don't even appreciate it.
Yeah,
It's
I
a
think
problem.
I think it's okay. You know what? Between me and my brother, my younger brother, we would, if I really fall into, into
Financial situation.
or just a very temporary crisis for a day. Say, luister, Koffie man, yes, is my broer. Ek het dringend 'n blok nodig, né? Ek sal jou môre die blok teruggee. But I'm just waiting for Mitch to pay me this money so that I once in 6 months. And he would probably do the same.
Yeah.
Oh, because you know what? My brother runs his bar.
own- yeah, his own bar.
Ja. Luister net wel, my broer man, ek moet gou stok koop en wat en so. Maar ek sê jou as jy stok draai, gee ek jou ry, ek sê jou ry 2 blok terug. Then I would help you. You understand?
Sure,
Because you're
sure.
really out here to help yourself. But you know, it becomes difficult if my brother would come to me continuously every month. He's got a problem.
It's the same with borrowing.
Borrowing.
If you borrow something, take it back.
Yeah.
If I borrowed 2 garden chairs from you, Neville, that after I've borrowed them, they're not automatically mine.
Yes.
They don't become my property.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever you borrow, take it back.
Yeah.
Maklix was good.
Mohausi Bole says it's been a minute. Good morning and blessed 2022. Hilma
man.
David says good morning everyone, happy new year and more blessings. I would also just like to ask you guys out there, it's the 10th of January 2022. I looked at my personal bank balance this morning, okay,
Like you,
and
right?
my broer, die 25ste is moerver.
That's fair. Yo.
What we've done over the weekend, we bought. For now, we are fine. For now, we are fine. But I don't know what I'm gonna do in the next 10 days to top up what we're gonna be consuming through this week. How are you guys coping? Are you gonna be fine until the 25th?
I think the last week it will be a drag.
It will be a drag.
Yeah, you know the last day, the pay week. I know.
22, 23.
Ja, die 23. Oh, here kid, mas ek ken ek sal bietjie suffer.
Jy sal suffer.
Ja, maar no soos jy sê, I think are we
not.
okay? We okay? Maar nee, die skool het ook begin. And I don't want to have kids. I don't want to have kids anymore.
Gister afgekak, joh.
And not only that,
Stationary.
we
Oh,
got
yeah,
paid
yeah,
early
please.
in December, remember?
You
We're
know
supposed
what?
to buy those stuff in December, Neville.
You know what, Kaufi? I remember I was between Etosha Safari Lodge and Okokuyo. We were standing at this service station, and I was telling, I think it was probably around the 20th, and I told my wife, luister mevrou, ek wil nie sien wat in my bankrekening aangaan nie. I hope we did not get paid.
Okay.
Ek sê, ek wil nie daai geld sien nie. Ek wil nie sien nie. We have a little bit of extra money here.
Okay.
Let's spend this money on this holiday. Ek wil nie my salaris sien nie. Here, ja. Wanneer het ons gepay, Uka?
I think it was the 20th.
I think it was the
It might have
20th.
been a bit earlier. It might have been the 18th or something like that.
You're right.
Something like that. But we were paid early, which was great. Thank you very much.
Nee, Kaufi.
Because that what makes your December, January pay, where it's usually between 4 and 5 weeks, makes it the guaranteed.
It is
6 weeks.
5 weeks.
I remember,
January is 5 weeks.
I remember when I was talking to Kaufi before we went on holiday, because you were supposed to be going to Swakopmund because you had a gig
Yes,
there.
correct.
And I remember you said, yo, ek hoop ons pay, because I need to go to Swakop, I need some cash,
Right.
so that I can obviously sustain myself
Yes.
and get paid in Swakopmund and then come back. That's what Kaufi said. Me on the other side say, ek wil nie die geld hê nie, because this is where I am now a few weeks later. Okay. James Chimsizzle says my bank account is crying.
Yeah.
Mohausi Boli says all I am saying, January 2022 has 5 weekends.
Correct.
Tyshawn says, let me go drink tot daar 'n vroumens in die studio drink ek elke dag. Jou moer is reg. Jy sal lekker land drink.
I was so lucky, ne? Because I think by the time we got paid, I didn't have a phone.
Huh?
And I don't have a bank card.
You don't have a bank card.
Yeah, and I didn't have a phone by that time, so I didn't see the pay coming.
Ah.
And I can only blue wallet myself. I prefer doing that. So I didn't have a phone up till I think the 25th. When I finished the gig, I knew, okay, I have money in in the Big Mitch account now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I knew. And that was around, I think it was around the 27th or so. That's only when I knew, okay, we got paid. That's
So
only
you
when I knew. So
actually
I was lucky.
Lucky you. Lucky you.
And I bought myself a phone. And then Gig Money got me through till, I think, last week or something.
Good.
Yeah. So I was lucky for that because I wanted to be drunk every day.
How are you guys coping out there? Please share with us how you guys are coping. Kaufi, thank you
I'm
so
on
much.
my way. Have a fantastic day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kaufi, thank you so much. We will have you back in studio tomorrow. Yeah, put on your dress tomorrow.
Asseblief
Ja.
van Teshon soek gender equality.
Yeah, Teshon soek gender equality.
No, never. When we
Shines, maybe you can also just quickly just come and join us just to come and share your holiday. I think there are people who would like to hear what you
Shines Lives
have to
Matters.
say. Yeah, Shines Lives Matters as to how you spend your holiday. Masemar.
I was talking to Kripo the other day. I had a topic on how social media can be a danger for and can be a factor that contributes to youth unemployment. And this was basically about the type of things we post on social media and why you will send CVs out. You know, you'll send CVs out and you don't understand why these people are not responding to me. And companies these days, social media is a place where you market yourself. They take it as
Yeah.
that's the person. Even if you say social media is not real life, companies look at it as
True, eh?
as a representation of yourself. When they go look through your post and they'll find things that you post there, and they would not hire you because of that fun.
Now, on that note, what you were saying there, I think one of the biggest storms that occurred in the last week was the post of the gentleman in the name of Harold Akwenya,
Yeah.
or known as Bola. He is the public relations officer of the city of Windhoek,
Yeah.
who posted a video or videos of him and his daughter chilling. Now, this obviously created quite a storm in social media circles as to why would a man post a video like that, and obviously people also speculated, you know what, you are the PRO of a
Yeah.
very large corporation in the name of the city of Windhoek. Think before you post something like that. Yeah. So Shines, first and foremost, Shines was sitting there without his dark glasses. The moment I asked him to come on the show, he put on his dark glasses because you know what? Shines
It is
just
what it
needed
is.
to, you know, it is
what it is.
what it is. That's why George Kambala says there's just too much testosterone in the studio
Why can I
today.
not hear myself, but I can hear you?
Yeah.
Is my mic off?
Huh? No, I can hear you. Vanessa Kuibeb says ons wat vir Windhoek opgepas het is heel alright hierdie January. Smooth sailing. Hey, let's see. Here, Vanessa.
Shines, what do you think about it?
Morning.
Mon?
Good
So,
morning, everybody.
Yeah, first and foremost,
Night
let's first and foremost just hear from you, Shines. What was your holiday like, and what were you doing?
It was quite intense. I mean, we had a lot of. I didn't really have a good time, you know.
Huh?
Yeah, I didn't really have a good time. It was quite sad. We had to bury my uncle on Christmas Day.
Oh, okay.
So you know, I had a holiday that wasn't really a holiday. So yeah, but then I tried to have a good time after that. I went to swap up travel a little bit. I was in the south. I returned from.
You were in the south. Prokureer, wat Jurgen Keizer sê, alweer prokureer. Wat is jy in die suide gaan soek?
My broer, ik was in the 12th.
Jy was in die 12.
jy was in Keetmans.
Waar is jy?
Hou op, bro.
Ja, toen kom ik mijn rental.
Toe kom jy Mariental toe.
Ja.
What? So did you pick up a little bit? Did you pep up your Afrikaans over there?
Nee broer, zoals nou, ik praat je, ik is gevaarlijk jong. Het is gevaarlijk jong. Ik is nou een zwart boer.
Swart bastard.
Niet zwart bastard, niet zwart boer.
Swart boer.
Shines is those Wambu guys that are addicted to Nama girls. You can just see him. Look at him.
Hello. Is there anything wrong with it?
Hey, let me tell you something, right? I don't see tribes when it comes to that.
Bullshit.
When it comes to what?
Nonsense.
When it comes to what?
Yeah.
When it comes to life.
Yeah.
Did you say what Shanks did?
Richard Enkert says, Proclear, the sun is shining in the studio. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up, son.
Dion Shumsizel doesn't seem like Shine's mic is on.
Yeah, this mic is on. It's not.
No, it's on.
It's on.
It is on.
Hello.
Because Kaufi was.
Hello.
There
Yeah,
you
now
go.
I can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
Kaufi
so
was.
weird.
Yeah.
Now, increase the velocity then, Neville.
No, it's all good.
I don't think so.
It's all good.
Trust me.
It is all good. Kaufi was sitting there the whole time. There was no volume issues. You came to sit there with your
Because
dark glasses.
Why would I can't be talking right straight into the mic like this. This is not normal. Something is wrong on this side. I'll fix it later, but I know.
Vanessa, Shines is my favorite Proclear. Yeah.
You will be my
Broccoli.
#1 client.
Yeah. Can we quickly just touch on this video that we did talk about?
Let's
I
get
kn-
back to serious business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard about you guys did speak about this issue
Yeah.
on the show last week. The video of Bola and his daughter.
Yeah.
Shines, maybe I can start off with you. Okay, wait. First and foremost, whatever opinion that you have about this issue, let's just clarify you don't have any children. Okay? Does that, yeah, that's what I'm asking. Does that qualify you to have any opinion on
I
this
have,
issue?
because look, children are not only raised by their biological parents, they
That's
are
it.
raised by a community,
Okay,
and I'm part of the community.
I thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, now you got the seal of approval to give your opinion on this
Yeah.
matter.
In fact, I have quintuplets coming. They're on the way.
How up, man?
Yeah, baby. I'm feliz, buddy.
Is it the ones that you made in Getmans? I told you.
Elect.
Shines
Elect.
intellect. I can get insurance.
Wait. Mwausi Bole says you all should leave Shines. I
Yes,
heard
you.
the guy got engaged.
Shines, bruh. As a come Jenny 12 us. Shines, talk to us, bruh. Tell us what's happening.
Yes, I think it's my headphones. It's like a really creeping sound.
You can leave the headphones alone.
Yeah.
Okay? There was a question that you have been asked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can we just stick to what is happening here?
Right.
Mohausi Boli
Okay,
said
now,
something very important.
You see,
here.
this is why I came onto the show. We need to put some order. We were talking about a really serious, topic
Yes.
about children and what happened. Of course, we need to address that situation. And now you guys are diverging now to something which is not. Really
Shines,
important.
send it of the engages of me.
You see, this is where Marian needs to get back to the show because there's no order.
Order!
I'll report you guys to the class captain.
Order!
Maria is the captain.
Order. Great.
Yes or no? Did you get engaged?
No.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Now let's go to the story.
All right, let's get back to the story. What do you guys want to know from me? Is it my opinion?
Yeah,
Think
we
about it.
just want to know what is your opinion on the matter.
Well, I don't think really my opinion matters, because either way, a lot of people have already kind of like said what I have felt, and I feel like even the whole public at large was actually on the same page as me.
What
It's
is
that I
your
feel like
page?
my page was the fact that I feel like it was a little bit too far-fetched. It was a little
Yeah.
bit too much.
Okay. Why?
For a daughter who has fully developed, she's at a point of recognizing what's good and bad, and I'm sure even you Neville at that point, even your daughter at the age of 8, you would not be in the same room with her, where you are fully, I would say, where you are not fully dressed, because you guys are from the opposite gender. She doesn't have what you have. That's now on your sexual organs. Maybe to her mother.
But it's got nothing to do with you. It's my daughter. What is your problem?
It's your daughter.
Yeah, it's my daughter.
But,
Yeah.
But you see, your daughter. Okay. Like, what message are you giving to your daughter?
That she needs to be comfortable with a man in her midst. That doesn't matter how a man is dressed. You know what? You can hold your own, and he must hold his own. That's it.
Okay. I will ask you more questions.
Yeah.
What sense of comfortability are you setting out?
That she needs to be comfortable in her own skin, and that she needs to be comfortable with a family member who happens to be a man.
What does that have to do with her own skin when she has no control over it, but you are driving it?
That is how Bola wants to do it. He's the father.
He's the father.
Yes.
Do you
That
know
is how he's raising his daughter.
Whether you are the father, you still don't own a human being. You cannot control how a human being
I own my
shapes
daughter.
things. You own your daughter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go and kill her right now and see what happens.
No. She's my property.
We'll come after you. Come after you, bro.
Mitch, what is your take on it?
My take, I clearly have a big problem. I think it was a bit, off, but probably that's the relationship they have. They're comfortable with each other, and the kid knows that's my father. The father knows this. My doctor, because like if it was a woman doing that to a son, what we would have laughed about it. That's all I'm saying. It would have been double standards. We'd have said, "Oh, the mice net leave." We have our aunties that were bathing in front of us, and it was not a problem. Our aunties would call us, "That is my man," and we just take it as that. Like, it's my man die. Even some of my aunts still call me like that. My man as a brief steer for my what. But if it's a man, we always have this double standards. That's just me.
Let's not try to make this a gender issue, guys.
It's a gender. I think it was.
Maybe it is a gender issue.
I think
What
it
makes
is
you
a
think
gender
it's not
issue.
a gender issue?
It would have been a big thing if it was a lady and a son. If it was Sarah and a son there, people would have laughed about it.
With Sarah deep kissing her son.
Yeah, like Pak Soon must have been more like soon for mama. Like, a woman can walk up to a man that she doesn't know, a man with her son, and she doesn't, and she's like, "Oh, this boy is so cute. If he grows up, he must marry me. Oh, he's so cute," and pick that kid up, kiss that kid, give it back. Nobody will do anything. If I do that, I would be locked up. I'll be called a pervert.
If you pick up a daughter in the same way.
Yeah. I walk up to a woman and I say, "Hey, your daughter is very cute. If she grows up, I want to marry her." I'll be called a pervert.
Rovera says,
Mitch,
Wacht net
I
voor-
just wish I could punch you.
Rovera says, Neville, is moet jou braad die of doen jy ook dieselfde goed, broer? I will declare myself on this issue once we close the show. Jürgen Kaysep says the physical contact between them is okay, but as she gets to her teenage years, this becomes inappropriate. Vanessa Guibeb, I know Nama women are the best.
Shines, get insurance. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Get insurance, bro.
Mohau, hulle is 'n probleem. Hulle is 'n probleem. No. Nama women are top, I must say. It's right up there.
Just get insurance. If you can't afford insurance, don't date a number one.
Guys, my take on this issue is, and Ro, like you rightfully say, Bola has been a good friend of mine my whole life, basically. I came to know Bola, I was probably 10 years old and he was 7 years old when they had the shop there. Daar by Grootwinkels. So the Aquenya family has been part of Grootwinkels, the history of Grootwinkels for a very, very long time.
They had a game shop there. So.
Game shop there and everything. So Bola, good friend. But obviously, over the years, we all change over the years, and I can't speak for how the next man does or do what he's doing. And me having a 12-year-old daughter, when I saw the video, I was rather disturbed by what I saw. And it was, first and foremost, when I saw the camera moving towards this girl lying in bed, half asleep, waving, I was like, "Yar, Bola Tarama, young Mexicanki, young, what the hell?" I'm like, man, this is not right. Because you know what? And on Friday night, we were basically also speculating about how low in terms of age will you go when it comes to dating? And I'm 50 years old, and I was like, guys, you know what? Mevrouw is 43 years old. She's 7 years younger than me. But kyk, as ek mos nou Trina is Trina. I wouldn't go at my
The
age.
lowest you probably go was at 30.
I think 30 would be appropriate.
30 would be appropriate.
Yeah.
I don't think I would go any lower than 30 because it also has to do with maturity. I wouldn't want to date a woman that's 20 or 21 or 22 years old. But to come back to the issue, my issue with the video is the kissing, it's the caressing, it's the, like
The
everybody
background
was saying,
music is-
the background music, the trunky or
It was a hot pants.
the hot pants and whatever. And the thing is, you can rightfully say, and you as a man, you can justify your actions. And you know what? I have respect for Bola, but I would not do that with my daughter, not at all.
I think we should also learn to establish the difference between, showing love and affection and sexual orientation. Judging from that video, there was, of course, there was maybe some sign of love and affection between a father and a daughter.
Yeah.
But I kind of feel like it gets to a point where everything was a little bit too sexual. And I don't think we raise our children in a sexual manner.
Yeah.
We put that strictly, just for love and affection. And that's, you say, when I say I wanted to punch you, you say, mothers will be like, "Mwah, you such a cute boy. Mwah, you such a cute boy."
Yeah.
That's love.
Yeah.
That's affection.
Yeah.
And a mother's love is genuine love. And generally just maybe because a child biologically developed from a mother's body, there has never really been anything of a question mark, because that human being fully developed.
But Chines, I would have to disagree with you there.
Like I'm just trying to make a point. I'm not trying to get too far, but I'm just saying, like, at that point, there is that little connection from the umbilical cord. It's there, and that's the mother's love. Plays out in most cases, even at points where I can guarantee you, in many cases, fathers will become pedophiles.
Yes.
But it's kind of like rare to find a mother sleeping with her son. But in most cases,
it has happened.
We have had a lot of cases where father sleeps with
No.
his daughter.
True, that's the norm.
You know what I'm saying? Or even just gives this really funny signal where the daughter's like, starting to actually, being a little uncomfortable around my dad. But it's my dad, but things he does, especially when it comes home at night.
Yeah.
You look like your mother.
Yeah. I sick.
Damn. You remind me of your mother. Always playing it. Nah.
That's sick.
That was for me. That was just a little a little bit too far-fetched. And I feel like it was inappropriate. If I were him, I would have apologized in any way that I could. Because you see, now even I just didn't like everything about it. The whole
He did an apology. I'll actually tell you
What
he did.
apology?
You see, Neville, what I hated about it is it's not only about what happened, but it's the fact that that young child is going back to school.
Hello.
The trauma.
Please talk about that.
The trauma around it, and a lot of kids will start to bully her.
Yeah, because of the video. Yeah, I haven't thought about that.
Imagine like a 17-year-old boy who's like really nothing, like, I saw you having sex with you. You know what I'm saying? It will sit well in her mind. And that's something that will last forever.
And that's a very important point that you're mentioning there, Shines, that it's just for his daughter to go back to school.
Yeah.
And the bullying that will start. Because, children just don't give an F. That's just what it is.
Children are savage.
They're gonna say some stuff that's gonna be hurtful.
Yeah, they will say anything, because for them it's to feed their egos, and of course they don't know the repercussion
Yeah.
you know, of saying such.
Never, and I think this is the where people had a problem with it, né? Is because of the title he even put there. He said Guza, May Guza. Me and May Guza. So Guza is basically most May Cherry or what, né? And the music also. And it was just, and that's what the problem people have with it. And this is the, he gave an apology, I think it was in one of the dailies. And he said, not actually an apology, but he said, for the people who find it inappropriate.
That's justification.
Yeah, for the people that find the video inappropriate. I'm sorry that I might have offended you.
Oh, okay.
But what I will do is love my kids to the best ability, to the best of my abilities. Continue loving my kid to the best of my ability. And they loaded on another pic where she's lying on his chest.
So that.
Yeah, I sent it to you, né? And it's just, I don't know what to say further. You're already in deep trouble with this, you know, and then you still continue doing that. And of course, if the mother even just, not a joke even, if the mother just decides to start a story like that and says, yeah, he slept with my kid.
Bola has always been an affectionate person. Doesn't matter where and when you meet him, but it becomes inappropriate if he has to answer whether he'd be comfortable if another man did the same to that very daughter. I don't think he would be fine with it. Unfortunately, there are things that are unacceptable by society, and it will always have you in the red, even if you are a good person. Roviera is our last comment for the day. He needs to accept he was wrong and say sorry. But no, he still tried to justify his actions with arrogance. Well, that's everybody just gave their opinion there. Very interesting, guys. But thank you so much for tuning in today, guys. Welcome back to 2022.
2020.
Yeah, I just hope, and you know, you guys also as my colleagues, we did speak a little bit earlier this morning, and we did wish each other a prosperous 2022. All I can say, guys, you know, whatever it is that we're gonna do, let's go big this year.
Yeah.
In our personal lives, in our professional lives. I'm big boy.
Big boy.
Listen, talking about this big boy thing, this song, who is this artist?
Isn't it Casper?
Is it the South African artist?
He's a South African artist.
It's Amino something. It's not Casper. Some guys.
Yeah.
And where are they from?
Johanna Bam.
Is it South Africans?
Yeah, they are South Africans.
I don't know where they're from. I don't know if South African or some other African.
Yeah. So it's fair to say that this was the K December song for 2021. Because everybody, I remember when I was posting, obviously everything that we do, you need to do things that trends. And when I was posting, when I was in Etosha, when I was doing a post on social media saying that I'm leaving my wife here at the lodge, she's still fast asleep, I'm here at the reception, leaving my wife here because I'm on my way to the north to go chilling with the big boys.
Yeah.
You know what, if you do anything that is trending, then obviously it creates a lot of traction.
Yeah. I just want to read the comment here of Asino Erastes. I hear the big boys are now asking their kids in PEP, do you also need a pencil? It's not being a big boy. It's not being a big boy.
But Jacob Gesebs says, are they not from Ghana? Diemshim Sizzle says, the artist of U1 Bamba is Nigerian, not South African.
No, but they sing closer. That's closer that they sing.
I also think it's North Africa.
No, that's
or West Africa.
I never even thought it's South African.
I don't think it's South African. Muausi Bola says it's a Northern African song mixed with another beat. Roviera says Casper T. Yeah, I don't.
No, it's not Casper. It's Amino something.
Yeah. But it was the song of the year. So guys, let's create.
You want to bamba?
Yeah, create your own Bamba for this year.
You wanna chill with the big boys.
Yeah, yeah.
You wanna take it.
Yeah, that's not close to Xhosa. That's what Muausi Boli says. That's
Isn't it closer there? Or Zulu? I'm a piano hater, so I'm a house and I'm a piano hater,
Yeah,
so
nee,
I hate that music.
Yeah. You know what? If there was any South African flavor to the song, I would have picked it up. But I don't pick up a South African flavor to that song. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. See you guys tomorrow. Have a blessed day, and please, let's go big, let's go hard for 2022.
Yep.
It's not gonna be easy.
Asbongi.
Yeah.
Asbongi.
Yeah. Matri kumrungu. Okay.
Mutu mukuruma vadere.
Mutu mukuruma watere. Luister, sê my net gou net. How do you say Happy New Year and all the best in Khoekhoegowab? It's difficult.
Kankaga as a group one amsa. Say kankaga as a group.
Kankaga.
I don't want to bite
As
my
a
tongue.
group.
I don't
One
want to bite my
amsa.
tongue.
Kankaga. Kan ek net sê kankaga?
Kankaga as a group.
Maar kan ek net sê kankaga nie?
Then you're just saying happy New Year.
Kankaga.
And you're just saying happy, yeah. You must say kankaga as a group.
What is it so long? Happy New Year.
Kankaga. As a group.
Ching one amsa.
Ah,
group.
nee, dat moet. Sek.
Sharp. Our language is just like.
Who's in the mix, cuz? Arafat, ghetto child, what it is, cuz? I got flow, cuz. I'm so lit, cuz. Becky jeans, black tee, this is me. Yeah, born a Hosalazane. Check the beat, it's tight, that's so I propane. Roll the dice, 6-9, I keep a chasane. Come follow me. Yeah, born a Hosalazane. Check the beat, it's tight, that's so propane. Roll the dice, 6-9, I keep a chasane. Come follow me. Check this out, man. Check out the baseline, homie, check the bass kick. Taking you back to school, back the basics. Ringa Thomason, Rafal Pele, Dita Drake, Rosala, with the chicks on Heads a totsie, brains they get it. The reason that I'm rapping cause my brood's my pere. Je denkt is a grap, je lacht met wie? Just bij mekaar, met mij zoals een rum op een villa. I got the dura here, I chase on here. This one is strictly for the bass in the trunk, nee. Back in the days used to be all stars. Now we got them spinning with the back of the car. Anybody gets the right if they like the flow. So deep down, man, go walk on yours, brah. Go walk on yours. Deep down, man, go walk on yours. Yeah, born a Hosalazane. Check the beat, it's tight, that's so I propane. Roll the dice, 6-9, I keep a chasane. Come follow me. Yeah, born a Hosalazane. Check the beat, it's tight, that's so propane. Roll the dice, 6-9, I keep a chasane.